What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Niner Sickness Podcast and Niner Fanatic Podcast coming together, joining forces on Wednesday midweek in the evening, where me and Pete come together, talk about our favorite team, your favorite team, the San Francisco 49ers. Pete, how are you doing today, sir?
Beto, this is my first show of the week because I'm taking the week off from my show. First time I've taken a week off, I think an entire week off since I've been started my show. So it's like I haven't known what to do with myself, but I'm stoked to be here, stoked to almost be at training camp, and yeah, let's get it.
Let's go. I just want to say hello to Jimmy Perez in the house. We got
Bebop,
Jones, Faithful. We got my boy, my partner in crime. The reason why I'm able to use Restream, Mr. Brandon in the house. How you doing, Brandon?
What's going on, Brandon?
Good to see you. I got my boy Roberto in the house. Roberto Davis, how you doing, sir? My little sis is in the house popping in. Don Dodson, how you doing? Welcome. Training camp is almost around the corner. I know as content creators, we've been putting mud together to try to talk about something. The meat and potatoes are going to be coming soon. Battles are going to be displayed. Pete, I cannot wait for these battles, position after position, at least for the Niners, are going to be up for grabs. Nobody's job is certain. Nobody's job.
Nobody's
unless you're
safe.
Trent Williams. That's pretty much Trent Williams, Fred Warner, and Nick Bosa are pretty much locked in guys, in my opinion. Oh, and Kittle. But we have competition at tight end. We have competition at receiving. We have competition at running back. On the offensive side of the ball, Pete, we have
even
competition
kicker.
On the defense. I'm fired up. What about you, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm saying you didn't mention kicker. Like I think that's still a competition.
You really think so?
I think so. I think so. We're gonna have to see what happens in preseason and all that. But I am super stoked because every year there's some kind of competition and somebody emerges on this team that we didn't expect. And which rookie is it going to be this year that steps forward and we're just like, oh, wow, like I can't believe they got him in whatever round. Like, who is it going to be this year? Because every year the 49ers don't ever completely miss on any draft. So I'm excited to see what Steve Wilkes does for our defensive backfield. I'm excited for a lot of things.
Yeah, me too. Real quick, everyone tuning in, welcome to both of our streams. We are streaming on my channel. We are streaming on Pete's channel. Make sure you go to our channels, hit the like button. Let us know you appreciate us coming together, giving you 49er content. If you can just hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you're already subscribed to both of our channels, thank you so much for your support. We truly appreciate you guys a lot. You got me thinking on the kicker situation, because if our kicker that we took highly in the third round loses to Gonzalez, oh crap. You think that there's controversial right now with the quarterback situation that we'll get in a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you're really bringing something up for media to talk about. If Moody loses to Gonzalez, and a lot of people's moods will turn Moody for damn sure. What's up? Tommy Huxley is in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. But who's got all the pressure on them and who has absolutely zero pressure on them?
Gonzalez has no pressure and Moody has all of it.
All of it. And it's even added because of where he was selected, the team that he's on. Like there's tons of pressure. So I mean, if it looks even, then kudos to Moody, because it's it's like to look good in pressure situations when you have all that pressure on you, like being for this team, being as highly drafted as you are, then hey, then you won that job. Like kudos to you. But I do think it's going to be a competition. I don't think that the four, knowing Kyle, I don't think he cares where he got the person. He just wants the guy that's going to kick, that's going to not miss kicks. So
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you there, Pete. People that get drafted, they get drafted where they get drafted. Yes, there's more, people expect more. The higher you get drafted, the more people expect from you. But at the end of the day, it's your performance on the field. It is how you look in practice that's going to determine if you're going to play or not. Kyle does not care where you get drafted. He cares about your production on the field. And if Gonzalez, I doubt it, but if Gonzalez, and you got to remember, Gonzalez is a great kicker. The only problem with him, he's been injured,
mhm.
unfortunately for him. But, how often do kickers get injured? So if he can
Yeah,
demonstrate that he can stay up close, now I would think who would be the cheaper? No, it would have to be Gonzalez
Gonzalez would be.
because Moody got drafted in the third, so he's up there in pay. So
Yeah,
wow, what a competition for sure if that is the case.
yeah. Don't kill the messenger.
Yeah, yeah, don't kill the
Like,
messenger. We're just bringing the message to you. What's up, 49er?
yeah,
Jeff in the house. We got Damian Lee in the house popping in. Ma-
Damien.
Make sure to hit that like button for your boy Pete and myself on Niner Sickness Podcast or Niner Fanatic Podcast. Make sure to give us that like button. We appreciate you for that. So, training camp starts on July 20th for the rookies, July 25th for the veterans. The dates have been open for the public Wednesday, July 26th, Thursday, July 27th, July 30th, Sunday, Monday, July 31st, Tuesday, August 1st, Thursday, August 3rd, Friday, August 4th, Saturday, August 5th, and it will conclude with Monday, August 7th. Those are the dates that are open to the public. If you want to go and represent the San Francisco 49ers for your podcast or as a fan, those are the dates.
I
Man,
think it's only
bro.
$10 too.
Oh, they
I
went
think
up.
that. Yeah, I think they were like $10.
It used to be $5, but
Oh, really? I saw on Twitter it was people were saying it was $10. So,
it's well
but
worth it. I mean,
$10 isn't much either. Like just to go see your favorite players, uh, and maybe go in there and get an autograph or two.
yeah, the downside to training camp lately, at least for when I used to go in the old days, it was back when I used to go, and I believe the last time I was in training camp, Levi's wasn't even built yet. So that
Mm,
tells you how long it's been. But back then they had practices and everything on one field. So
mm,
if you were on the side of the field, you got to see everything. Now they break things in two fields. So if you're sitting on the left side, far down side, and they decide to do the scrimmage on the other field, good luck in seeing it. You need to have binoculars or some type of, that's the downside. But if you're there just for the atmosphere, if you're there just for the, talking to other Niner fans and taking it all in and getting autographs from your favorite player after the practice, then it's all good. If you are there to strictly report on your
yeah,
channel about what's happening in training camp and you're not sitting in the right field,
yeah,
this is why a lot of the content creators they go to multiple practices because they want to move around. If they go on, let's say July 26th, and they sit at the far end, maybe July 27th they get to sit in the right spot. So um, I don't know if I'm going to do multiple. I might go to one or two just to meet some people that I want to meet in person. I know you are in Texas, I believe.
yeah, yeah. I will not
So
be there.
what day will you be there? No, just kidding.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I will not be there. But I appreciate all the guys and women that are out there. doing their thing, getting us all that good video. But as far I know, last year they limited the amount of video that people were able to send out. So, but just the reporting alone and giving us the lowdown on what's going on is a huge lift for fans. And while ESPN and the big wigs don't really talk about it, that's what you got us for. Like, we're here to let's talk about it. And yeah, but pray like we really appreciate all those people that go out there and report for us, so we got something to talk about.
Yeah, I remember when they had it in Rockland here in Stockton, California, the training camps, watching Jerry Rice, John Taylor,
Hmm.
watching Roger Craig and Ronnie Lott, and then they had it for years in Stockton before they moved it to Santa Clara,
Mm.
and it's been there ever since. Um, like I said, if you like to go there just for the fun of it, enjoyment, if you have little kids that you want to make it like a day, a family day, it's fun to go. You know, now that's if you can uh enjoy yourself. I'm sorry, I got a text that just threw me off.
Yeah.
Uh, something happened. Uh, somebody just told me, "Holy crap! Did you see what happened?" I'm like, "No," but that thinking now is like, "What
Yeah.
happened? What happened?"
Yeah.
The
Did we miss
metiche, the
some?
chismoso in me wants to know now,
Yeah.
and it threw me off track, bro. So jump in because this text just, and I have the text on my Apple computer, so it pops up my screen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So my phones are over here, but it still pops up my screen, so it threw me off. Damn it.
But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing. Training camp is this is the time when they finally get to put on the pads. OTAs is great. Install, like, we get to find out who is working on their technique, and the guys that, and usually the people that look good in OTAs are the ones that have good technique. That's where they work on that stuff. They're installing the game plan, but also the guys that are quick speed. That's where you show your speed off. Training camp, like, now we're gonna get physical. There, the pads come on, and now we're gonna find out who is. They might be fast, but can they be physical? And can they work through the physical part of the training camp, and the physical part of the defense, the physical part of the offense? How did they work through that part? And how does that equalizer among these guys that we were hearing all this stuff about, like, we may all of a sudden they may just kind of fade into the background during training camp. And that's the biggest part I'm excited about.
Yeah, yeah. Same here, man. I don't really put too much thought into preseason. Preseason is just for me, it's entertainment purposes,
Hmm.
is to be entertained and watch players play. But you can't put nothing really into a training camp or excuse me, preseason games because it's all vanilla.
Yeah.
They don't really work. They're just out there. But the scrimmage against the Raiders is something that really and it's going to be televised, which is nice to watch the scrimmage there and see what this is where Kyle Shanahan can implement some play calls and kind of get an idea. But
We're gonna be
training
breaking
camps is
that
going to be
tape
fun.
down.
I'm sorry,
We're gonna
what?
be we're gonna be breaking that tape down for like
Absolutely.
all the way through, like the rest of that off season. Like, people are just gonna be yeah, it's gonna be ad nauseum.
Yeah, I want to see, like, I'm excited about Drake Jackson, second year defensive end out of USC. Looked looked okay year one. You got to remember he kind of ran out of gas towards the end of the year. He was a healthy scratch Pete, but this
Hmm.
guy was auditioning for any team that was going to draft him. He was meeting with teams. He was at the combine. The whole year was kind of up in the air what team was he going to play for. Um, so he probably didn't really get a chance to work out. He's now finally had a complete off season to work out, to work on his craft. He
Hmm.
gained muscle, he gained weight, but he kept his speed. He looked pretty good in mini camp. Now anybody looks good, wearing a t-shirt. But I'm excited to what this kid can offer because bringing in Hargrave, Pete, is going to make our defensive line much better from last year. And if Drake Jackson can truly step up
Mm-hmm.
and be that pass rusher opposite of Bosa, how scary can this freaking D line be, bro?
Dog, dog. It was already really good. We had
Yes.
the number one defense in the league last year, and when you and they got, I believe they got what fifth. They ended up with, was it 44 sacks, or was it
I think
50?
44. Yeah.
It was 44 sacks, right? Like so, they had 44 sacks last year, which doesn't sound like a lot when you think about the Eagles having 70, like over 70. But the what I think of is that not having Javon, adding a Javon Hargrave in there with his 10 to 11, and then the mismatches that's going to cause when everybody is basically going one on ones. All of a sudden, Eric Armstead's one on one. All of a sudden, I mean, you can't double team everybody. So, and then on top, when you think of it, on top of that, with the D line, it's not like Drake Jackson has to be a world beater. We got Cleveland Farrell. We've got some of the other rotational guys on the edge that they've got many guys that they can try out on that edge, and a couple of speed guys, which is different than we've had in the past. So it's going to be I'm stoked to. I'm not worried about the D line. What I'm really interested in seeing is what Steve Wilkes, uh his like really what he does with this secondary, and how he affects the depth on the secondary, because whereas a guy like Ambry Thomas or a guy like the rookie Daryl Luter, how is that going to, do they take a bigger jump than they normally would have because you have Steve Wilkes in the building? Is Jair Brown able to show more of, we get he looks a little bit better than a rookie because you've got Steve Wilkes here teaching him the technique and things to make him better. You've got Hartsfield. Wait, remember the name Hartsfield, okay? Croc broke him down like a couple of days ago, and I thought that it was a great point that he made about, shout out to Croc and Locked On, but they made a great point about everybody's just kind of penciling in Isaiah Oliver, and I think that everybody thinks that he's going to be the nickel. But when it comes to Hartsfield, has some really good tape. He's got some really good tape out there, and he knows what Steve Wilkes wants. So don't just X him out of the situation
And don't
right
forget
away.
about Samuel Womack.
And
This
you got
kid's stepping
Samuel
up too.
Womack, but they're talking about that. We think that just because the 49ers have so many nickels, that may almost force Sam Womack to go to the outside and be more of an outside. I think they tried him more on the outside last
I
year.
like him on the outside better, to be honest. And
Yeah,
he's a small guy, but he plays
he's got
big.
long arms. He's got long arms, and he's really good at pass breakups, and he just has good instincts. And I think if Steve Wilkes can really work on his techniques, uh, I think that this could be. I mean, and we say that this could be a big year, but you got Lenore, you've got Mooney Ward, you got Luter, you've got Ambry Thomas in the building, who also they said look better in OTAs. But we're going to find out when the pads go on. But I just say all that to say you've got all this depth,
Absolutely.
and it's just going to be, people are going to be fighting for jobs. Somebody's not going to make it. And so, and because if they try to sneak one of these guys to the practice squad, they're going to get poached. It's not even a question. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's why we have to be careful. Real quick, Luis and Roberto Davis brought up some interesting points. Lewis is more of a question, and I do want to get into this a little bit so we can get out of the way. It is something that occurred yesterday. It says, "What's your guys' thoughts on the Debo hanging up on the radio host, asking all those questions about the Eagles?" Pete, I'm going to have you answer first.
I think it's like, and I talked about it on Twitter when it came out, and my whole thought process is ask better questions. Stop asking stupid, tired questions. Like why? Why are you going to ask the same questions that people have been asking all off season? That happened back in when? February? Like what was it? January?
Yep.
Like we're talking it's July. Like we're really still talking about that? Like I mean, you could have talked about 2 million different things. There's too many different storylines on this 49er team, but he didn't want that.
Yep.
That guy specifically, and his if you went to his Twitter bio, and I can't even remember his name, but if you went to his Twitter bio, it said
He worked for
there is no bad takes.
Yep.
Like there is no bad takes, but that said it all to me. The guy's just looking for engagement, and that's what he got. That's what he got because everybody lit him up. So I just think it's a nothing story. I kudos to Debo. Kudos to Debo for just turning over the nonsense to his agent and getting out of there.
Yeah, yesterday I was on the show with my girl Mariah, Ryan, and Bashar. Shout out to them and the hot takes that we did. I was kind of calling Debo a little wuss because for hanging up, but then I started thinking about it. We only heard the video that was put out, right? We didn't hear the whole extent of that interview, and I'm pretty sure Debo was promoting a charity, but I'm pretty sure Debo probably told him, "Hey, if you're going to ask me anything about the Philadelphia game, I'm letting you right now. I'm not talking about that. It's done.
Yeah.
Don't bring it up because I'm not going to do it. And if you persist, I'm going to hang up on your ass."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he told him something similar to that. And the guy being a guy that wants clicks and wants, to look like all that, he went ahead and still challenged Debo on, to try to get a reaction from him. And he did. And Debo's a man of his word. He probably said, "You know what? You're going to pull this shit. I'm going to hang up on you." Exactly. And Debo did. And I know a lot of people, myself included yesterday, didn't like that. But then I thought about it for a minute and said, you know what? I only heard that take. I didn't hear the complete conversation. I wasn't there prior to them going to the interview. I don't know what Debo told them, but I'm assuming if Debo said this, that guy should have respected Debo from that and asked better questions. There's so many things, or just, change the subject if Debo's not wanting to respond. But it sounded like this guy wanted to get some type of reaction from Debo so that he can be the one to say, "I got that reaction from Debo," and make it about himself and not about Debo or the reason why Debo was there in the first place doing that charity. So, now that I thought about it, I realized, I owe particularly Melissa, because I kind of like, Debo's a pussy, blah, blah. And I was my emotions. And I thought about it. You know what? He's not. He did the right thing. You know what? And under his circumstance, I would have done the same thing. Specifically, like if we do this interview, Pete, me and you, I told Pete, I don't want you to talk about this as a sore subject for me. And you bring it up because you're trying to be cute.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, it's over, because I'm not going to sit there and make you look good on my dime. So good for them. Now, I just want to bring up this contribution from Super Chat from Tommy Huxley. Thank you for the Super Chat. Hey, if that's what you are, bro, that's what you are, man. Who am I? Just keep giving me those freaking Super Chats, contributions. I'll bring it up. I don't have no problem. You can be a virgin. You can be not a virgin. You can be gay, not gay. I don't care. Just keep giving me contributions, bro. And whatever you say, I'll agree. Freaking Tommy, man. 49er throwback says, Eagle fans call us soft, but they are doing the same shit by complaining what Debo did. Yeah, they say, why are we complaining about losing the NFC Championship? What did the Eagles do when they lost to the Chiefs? Same shit.
Yeah, complained about the field.
Complain about the field. The field this. And if it wasn't for the field, what the field had nothing to do with dumbass Hurt fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
What did that got to do? It fell off his hands. It didn't. So, you know what? They did the same thing, bro. They complain about it. It's because it's called being in your emotion. You work hard to get where you're at, and then you lose that way. You express how you feel at the moment. Shit happens. So they can sit there and shit on Debo, but yet they don't want to say nothing about the complaining they did about the field.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's just silliness at this point. But it's okay. It's a new season. It's a new season. We're not going to be talking about last year. We're talking about what and next week we're going to be talking about is what's going to happen this year and what is how much better this team is going to look, which is crazy to even say. Like because they looked so good last year that as far as the defense goes and even the offense. They finally had a quarterback that kind of unlocked what was capable in this offense. And when that caught up with when you have a number one defense and the offense catches up and is top 10, like I mean, it's a recipe for a nice little record by the end of the season. So I nobody cares about what the Eagles have to say right now. Like
Yeah.
it's they should be worried about their team. I would, to be honest. I know that everybody is saying that they're going to be this, that, and the third. Um, I think that they may drop off, and I did a whole show about it. Make sure you take a look at that on my channel. But I did a whole show about the NFC, and I have a feeling I have a feeling that the Eagles are going to fall off. They lost a lot, and they're replacing it with younger players, with rookies and unproven guys. They have a brand new offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. I don't really have much faith in their head coach to begin with. I think they just had a really good roster, and I think they may take a step back. I don't think you replace Javon Hargrave with a rookie. I just don't think you do it. And as good as Jalen Carter might look, like in college, that doesn't always equate. Javon Kinlaw looked great in college too. How did that work out?
Exactly. Real quick, Pete, we have a birthday today.
Happy
Uh,
birthday!
so we have Jayla, Don's daughter, turns 12 today. Let's go ahead and sing happy birthday,
You
brother.
got the Stevie Wonder version?
No, I don't. No music. It's just going to be singing.
Okay.
Because I can't control. If I was on my channel, I would be able to control that feature, but I don't have it. So let's just our terrible voices, bro.
So
Okay.
I'm getting ready to sing. You follow along. All right. Happy birthday
Birthday
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear
dear
Jayla.
Jayla. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to
to
you.
you. Let's go.
Ooh. I know I threw you off with that voice, bro, but
Yeah.
um, happy birthday, Jayla. 12
Happy
years old
birthday.
today. Appreciate you. Um,
You were born into the right family, family of Niner fans.
that's right. That's right. So just wanted to acknowledge her on her birthday, man. Mija, enjoy your birthday. I know your mom and dad, if they haven't done it today, they're going to do it this weekend. They always take
Mhm.
great parents. Dawn is an amazing mother. What she does with her daughters, the way she takes her daughters to places to have fun. She's an amazing woman. I have nothing but respect for Dawn for being that wonderful mom and giving time to her kids. A lot of times we don't do that as adults. We're too busy, and she finds time to make sure her kids get the attention they deserve.
Absolutely.
So, hats off to her. Melissa says, I hate Debo's shit last year with now. If you listen, I'm with you. If you want
Yeah.
to, if I wanted to call him, I shouldn't have called him a pussy for hanging up. The pussy part does fall into the play of the way he acted last year in the off season.
Yeah.
I don't want to play. Train me. And then and it's going to be sunny that I say this because I'm fatter than Debo, but his fat ass didn't even come healthy to training camp because he was all dealing with that. And he even said it that he wasn't focused too much in the season. That's why I do expect Debo to have a great year this year. I
Mhm.
think Debo is going to want to erase 2022 from his memory bank, and he wants to apply it. And he also knows too, Pete, that he has to show up and show out, because if he doesn't, he has this guy Brendan and you looking over his shoulder, they're saying, if you can't be the man, I'll be the man here.
Yeah.
And
And they got to make a decision. They're going to have to make a decision because I highly doubt that they are going to have keep both of them. When it's time to pay Brandon Ayuk, I know people don't want to hear it. I highly doubt that they keep both of them. So you better prove that you are the one that they need to keep. Otherwise, you're going to end up on a team like the Bears. like,
yep.
Like they want some yak bro love, and there's a lot of teams out there that want it, and it doesn't necessarily work out the way that they would on the 49ers.
Exactly. I just want to say real quick, Roberto Davis, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, Tommy, are you the last virgin? Ooh, that's a good question there, Roberto. Good question. It is. I would do it this way. Sorry, wrong button.
Yo, Tommy, ¿eres un virgin? A virgin? Are you a pinchy virgin, Tommy? Or did you get...
Thank you for the super chat, Roberto. We got another super chat from Elias 10. Says this is the best Niners team since. Ooh. Go ahead, Pete. Thank you for the super chat.
I'm gonna say this is the best 49er team since last year. I thought they had a great team last year. I'll be honest with you, and I think that the 49ers would have. I think that they would have beat the Eagles. I'm gonna say it. I think they would have beat the Eagles if Brock Purdy doesn't get hurt. So, I'm gonna say since last year.
Yep. Well, bro, he says it's funny if I was a virgin at 45. I'm a virgin from the back end. And I'm 53, bro. So I'm a virgin. I'll die a virgin.
Exactly. Never.
Exactly, bro. Eric saying hi, Melissa. Let's see here. Melissa saying happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños, Ajela. Don, hope she has a good one. That's my little sis right there, Melissa.
I just want to appreciate you, Melissa.
I do. We thought the same. See, great minds think alike. I just want to take a moment, Pete, to just acknowledge Melissa and everything she does. This girl is faithful in everybody's chat.
She's everywhere.
Everyone's channel. She's very positive, outgoing, and yes, she deals with some certain things, man, that to be happy and always encouraging others and supporting, a lot of the stuff that she faces. She's a trooper. I am totally blessed to have met her here in social media. I'm a proud older brother. I call her my little sis. But she's amazing, man. She's amazing. Thank you, Melissa, for everything you do. Thank you for your support to not just mine and Peace channel, but I see you in every channel out there supporting content creators. Much love, Mija. I love you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, she's awesome. Let's see here. John says, just swung by the Raiders and hit that. Okay, I like it. Just swung by the Raiders, hit the Raiders on the way out and smash that like. John, I love John. John is he's a Raider fan, and he's always going to be promoting his Raiders. But I appreciate it coming in and hitting the like button. My boy, the Raider Bear, he has a huge following on Facebook. He moved to Arizona now, but when he used to live down the street from me, I used to go visit him. I'm not a Raider fan, obviously, don't care about the Raiders, but I learned to appreciate them because of people like John, Leon, and the Raider Bear, who are class acts, and they love their team like we love our team. Now, we talk our smack, but at the end of the day, this guy John's an amazing dude, and the Raider Bear, shout out to the Raider Bear for doing this thing on Facebook.
Yeah. I saw Ellis. I saw Ellis in the chat say, he wants a better answer to his question. I would say It's
Okay.
probably better. This team, if you really want to go back into the history, I think that they're better. I honestly, I think they're better than 2019, like as a complete team. Uh, but I'm gonna put them up there at least with 2012. Like I think that they're at least that good. The best team I've seen with the 49ers is '94. Uh, but yeah, no, I'm gonna go with 2012 because I don't know if they're good as good as '94. I mean, Dion having Dion on the team and all
You're
that.
referencing to the team that we're going to put out this year?
Yeah.
See, this is where me and you probably disagree on. I'm not putting them this year's team. I'm up. I think they have the potential to
Hmm.
be great, but I'm not disrespecting the 2012. I am not disrespecting the 2019, especially the 1994 defense, because we don't know what we're going to get. I want Dre Jackson to show
Hmm.
up and play, but I don't know what he's going to do. Um, Hargrave, he's a big addition, free agent. He did 66 pressures and 11 sacks. But did you know that that was his only year since
Yes.
entering into the season that he had 11 sacks? So I want to see more consistency. I want to see how this year plays out before I even compare them to them, because I respect the 2019 team. I respected the 2012 team and the 1994 team for sure. Do they have the ability to be great and to show up? Yes. Are they set up from the secondary to the middle linebackers to the front seven to be that great defense? Absolutely. But until they put it together, Pete, they haven't shown me nothing yet. I have not
Well,
seen Drake Jackson have a full season.
okay. So with that being said, that defense last year was better than 2019 in my opinion. Like, did they have a better 2019? They had a better pass rush. Yeah, they did, but it wasn't a better defense, and I don't think it was a better defense overall than
So you're
that
talking
than
about the 2022.
yeah, I'm talking about last year and the one that we currently have. Like, even if they don't, I don't think they're going to be worse than they were last year. So even if Javon
Hope
Hargrave
not.
doesn't give you 11 sacks, I don't think that it's going to be. It's definitely not going to be a drop off.
No, no,
In my opinion,
it's definitely an
I
upgrade.
don't know. I
It's an
don't know.
upgrade over Kinlaw for sure.
Like, so in that essence, I think that they have a better defense overall. That 2019, as great as we remember them, they were not the number one defense in the league, and they were the number one defense last year. Then
Yep.
also, if you look at the offense, this offense is way more stacked than 2019. Way more. It's not even close. You had a rookie Debo at the time. You had an aging Emmanuel Sanders, and who? Kendrick Bourne.
Oh,
Like,
you're talking about the complete team, not just on the
yeah, I'm
defensive
talking
side.
about. Yeah, I'm talking. I thought that that's what we were talking about.
Well, I
Is
was
the
just, I'm sorry. I'm a defensive minded, so
yeah,
my mind always goes to defense only, but I
yeah.
got you.
Yeah, like if we were talking but even if it was defense, I look at this defense and I think that they have a better secondary now than they did then in 2019 also. Like, so it's I just I know that Sherman was really good for us, especially in 2019, but I would take my chances with Mooney Ward over the aging Sherman at that time. Like, so it's just tomato. Like, but yeah, that's how I look at that team. I think that we kind of romanticize it because we made it to the Super Bowl, and yeah, if you look at that team and break it down top to bottom, like, I think their team now is undoubt. I think this team today would destroy that team, in my opinion. But
Yeah, as a complete defense, yes, because you said Debo was a rookie. You got you got Kittle more, you got Christian McCaffrey there at that position. I think the offensive line is better with Trent Williams than it was and I love my boy
Joe Staley.
Joe Staley, but Trent Williams is better. As a team, yes, I agree. I agree. Okay, I just want to before I continue, I've fallen behind a little bit in the chat.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who was it that said that they turned 59. My
Oh,
big,
we got another birthday.
yeah. He had a birthday on Father's Day, so it's a belated birthday. So happy
Oh, okay.
belated birthday to Big Daddy Niners for turning the big 5'9". Appreciate you, brother, and happy belated birthday to you and your familia.
Man, I want to
Uh,
get to 59.
I'm not far off, bro. I'm just around the corner from 59.
Ooh,
Well,
you old as hell. I
no,
don't get to
yeah,
say that much, but
yeah. I haven't hit 55 yet, so I guess
yeah.
I'm not. I think if once I hit 55, then I'm really close to 59.
Yeah.
But I'm still way 2 years from. Well, actually, I just turned. I say 53 already because that's just my mindset. But I actually turned 53 next month in
Oh,
August
okay.
9th.
You don't look
So
a
52.
day. You don't look a day older than 52. I tell you.
Love it. 52. Dang. Hey, close, but hey, at least I don't look. Some
Yeah.
people look older. He goes, What is it? I go, I don't worry about stuff. I'm not saying I take things lightly, Pete. I take
Mhm.
care of the bills. I take care. Well, my wife does the bills, but I take care of certain things that I need to take care of. But I don't worry about stuff that is out of my control. I don't stress about things that I cannot change. And I can't choose to change. I can't choose the ability to change what's going on, but I can choose how I receive it and how I
Mhm.
react to it. And this is why I don't have gray hairs. I have a few, age is going to get you gray hairs, but people are like, is that why you're bald? I said, no, if you can tell I have a full set of hair,
Yeah,
I
it's
just
by
shave because
choice.
I like, yeah, by choice, not because of necessity.
Mine is not
Um,
by choice.
no. Oh, Billy,
I just never take the hat
I've
off.
never seen
But
you without a hat.
oh yeah.
Oh, you look like without a hat, you look like
Uh,
John Travolta.
oh, I get what's his name? Uh who's that guy? I get the country singer a lot. What's his name? Garth Brooks.
Or Garth
And
Brooks.
and who's the other guy? And well, in my younger days I used to get Vin Diesel, but I was much more in shape then.
I know I was gonna say that, but I'm like, okay, each
Yeah.
your own. It's
No, not
fantasy.
today. Not today.
Uh, yeah. See, I like to shave. I shave my hair bald too. 'Cause I like the baldness,
Mhm.
but because I do have a full set of hair, and I got Indian blood in me.
Okay.
Um, that my dad died of old age and full hair. So I shaved my hair like 2 days ago, and this is what it looks like 2 days later. So it does get tiring to shave every other day. So
Mhm.
sometimes I get lazy, I let it grow, and then I shave it again.
Once a week. Like
Oh my god, I would love that.
yeah, once a week cuz I let it grow out a little bit just so I'm not blinding everybody when I'm on the road. And and so yeah,
Get that shine going on.
my dog likes to lick the top of my head. It's kind of weird, but like
All righty then.
yeah.
And moving
Pause.
on.
Pause.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not even going to add. I'm not even going to add to that. Beto, whose jersey are you wearing? Let's see.
It's McCaffrey, right?
Oh, dang. I wasn't have people guess.
Oh, well, sorry.
That's it. I'm bringing
I'm
another host
terrible.
next week.
Yeah, I'm
Just
terrible.
kidding. Yeah, you're right. It is.
It's a sick jersey though.
Thank you. Christian McCaffrey with the gold 75th patch. So yeah, it's Christian McCaffrey, my boy. But that's who it is. Yeah, I was gonna have people guess, but I can't get nothing past Pete, man. Pete's like a hawk. Just
Yeah, I'm waiting.
McCaffrey.
I'm waiting.
I'm like, dang, bro.
Hey, well, I mean,
What year was McCaffrey born?
eh. Too late.
Rick Diaz. What's up, Rick Diaz? Welcome to the channel, my friend. He says he looks like John Travolta. Yeah,
Do
with
I?
the
Really?
beard. Yeah, with the
Okay.
beard and the ball. Yeah.
I missed my calling. I could have been a stunt double.
Yeah, no, really. Stunt double for John Travolta. Not anyway. That wouldn't be bad. That would be
Yeah,
some good money right there.
I would have taken the I would have taken the check. Then I could
Hey,
do
amen to
49er
that.
shows every day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Thank you, Big Daddy Niners. Appreciate that. Melissa says that jersey is um
Hot.
wow, okay. I'm old, bro. I understood. I kind of thought it was hot because of the fire, but yeah, I'm yeah.
Soy
Yeah.
un pendejo. Sorry.
Um but yeah, man. So 20 cap is around the corner, bro.
Yeah.
Position. What position um are you no, let me rephrase it. Which player do you personally want to see of the rookies are
Oh,
excited
it's
to watch? Of the rookies.
yeah, definitely for me it's Jair Brown. Like it's I want to know right now is he is it going to be it's going to be viable to think that it's possible that he could start this year. And
Ooh.
like I just want to know. And I want to know if he's exactly what I think he is. And if it because if he's what I think he is, it's gonna be curtains. Like I think that this, like I said before, this defense could take a step forward. Having two ball hawks, having a funga and another ball hawk on the other side, and being able to
He
kind
led
of
he led college in takeaways, right?
and then for them both to be able to drop down and use them in blitz packages and kind of alternate those guys. I just it's going to be wild all season long, like because you've got that pass rush, that defensive line that's just going to be killer in the way I think, the way I'm looking at it. It's going to be killer, and then so teams are not going to have a long time to get rid of the ball, but then you've got Steve Wilkes back there dialing up blitzes, and with Hafanga timing his blitzes like he does. If Jair is even close to that, it's it's gonna be pretty special to watch, I think.
Yeah, I hear you. Melissa's coming in with she's talking about the tight end. She's kind of tired of Dwally
Oh,
uh
he's not gonna be here.
putting up with this crap.
He's not gonna
Bringing
be here.
Cameron Latu from Alabama and bringing Braden Willis from Oklahoma. I think people are sleeping on um, Willis. I think this kid is special. I think this
Mm-hmm.
kid's a good pass catcher, a great blocker, and I'm kind of still like I like Cameron Latu. Don't get me wrong. I like the way he played in Alabama, but he's not the typical tight end that the Niners go after. So I'm really curious to see what they saw in him. They want to bring him for. Do they want to keep him at his skill set of what he did in Alabama, or do they have a plan for him to do much more? And I'm excited how to utilize Cameron Latu. But I'm with you. I don't think that Ross Dwally or Charlie Warner
Yeah.
going to make the team. Um, I know Cameron Latu. I mean, Cameron Latu has to really, really like shit the bed for him not to make it. He's a third round pick. He's going to make it. Willis, on the other hand, he's a seventh round pick. If he's not hot or doesn't display goodness in practice, I can see them cutting him and bringing him to the practice squad, hopefully, and maybe keeping Warner or Dwally. But if Willis shows up and shows out, I think we're done with Dwally and Warner. What do you think, Pete?
What's gonna keep Willis on the team is his versatility. Like
Okay.
he's not going to be just a tight end. They're gonna use him as a fullback, like and they're gonna use him as a H back. Like they're gonna use him, and he's got the ability, he's got the versatility to be many different things in this offense, and I think that's why they liked him and wanted him in this offense. I think that he's not the biggest, and like he looks a lot bigger in college than he actually is. And so I think he's going to struggle. I think he's going to give you effort on blocks. I think he is going to struggle a little bit in that department. But I think what's going to benefit him is that they can kind of move him around. And he's one of those guys that I do think may end up on the practice squad in the beginning, just because I think Cameron Latu is probably going to be right behind Kittle, and then because they're really happy with Latu so far. From what I heard, like they said that he's surprisingly faster than what they thought he was going to be.
Oh wow, okay, that's
Um,
good.
that yeah, he's not as fast as Kittle, so don't get it twisted. But like they said that he's definitely
He's
faster
stronger
than they.
though.
Yeah, he's definitely faster than what they thought he was going to be, and I think he's really working on that aspect of his game. So you're going to have those two for sure. I think that they end up keeping Warner as a third tight end. I don't think Dwelly is going to be there. I would hope not, because even when Dwelly when they got the chance between the two, Warner got more of the snaps than Dwelly did. So I just think that Warner is gonna. I think Dwelly's just gonna be the odd man out.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to acknowledge two individuals that popped in. We got our boy David McNiner says, "What's good, Pete and Beto? Welcome to the channel."
What up, David?
One of my moderators, great guy. We got my other boy, my brother from another mother, David Villa in the house. So what's up, Niner family? Beto, my brother, glad to see you on Let's Talk Niner Football. Man, I'm excited. To what expect in this training camp. I know I say this every year, but this year, all the way from the kicker, uh, Jake Moody versus Gonzalez, all the way to tight ends, running backs, is Tyrone Price is he gonna do something this year? Is Mason gonna step up from last year?
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell, can he stay healthy? Because I like the 1-2 punch between McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell. The problem is it can never get started because Elijah Mitchell gets hurt quite a bit. I'm excited to see what happens there. There's two young undrafted running backs that we took.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to plan on? Will they make the team? People say, well, it's unheard of a undrafted beat out a third round running back. Not in the
That's
Niners
not true.
case. If I want to refresh your memory from last year, Jordan Mason, an undrafted free agent, beat out Trey Sermon, third round pick, which was picked higher than TDP was. So it's all about what you can do on the field that is going to keep you on the team or keep you starting. But Brown, you said Brown. I agree. I think Brown can be a really good player coming in, but I want to see. I can't think of his name right now. He's out of Purdue, the linebacker that we took in the 7th round.
Jalen
Graham. Oh man, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's going to be a Fred Warner, but he was the same prototype of Fred Warner coming out of college. When Fred Warner was drafted here in the 3rd round, obviously Warner was drafted in the 3rd. We drafted this kid in the 7th, but same body type, same height, same weight. It almost seems to me that the Niners drafted their future Greenlaw and Warner because this Graham kid is like Warner, and the kid they drafted out of TCU, he's with Withers, he's more like a Greenlaw. So I like where they're going with this. I like the way they're stacking up this defense, Pete, having depth in it's almost like our Lakers, man. And I'm not going to talk too much about the Lakers. It's a football, but I like the depth of our Lakers this year. I like the depth from the bench, from the starters. So I think we have a lot of depth, something that the Rams don't know nothing about. They may have, well, not even this year no more, but last year they had a lot of good players that are starters. But once those starters went down to injury, we saw what happened to them. They were a 5-12 team. We have a lot of depth on this roster, man. So I'm excited. We just have to get and we're going to end the show with this. So usually people start off their show with this topic. We're going to end it with the quarterback situation, the Brock Purdy. We get tired of talking about it, but It's not going to die into one is actually named QB1. Um, so my question to you, Pete, if Brock Purdy is
Yeah.
cleared by
Uh-huh.
doctors, he's ready to rock and roll for week 1, and he's so clear that he can come and start practicing maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks before week
Mhm.
1. Do you rock with him even if Trey impresses you in training camp and then the preseason? Do you still rock with Brock, or do you tend to lean towards Trey if he's impressive in training camp?
I don't think you have a choice. I really think that anybody that just overlooks what Brock did last year, including 2 playoff games, because everybody, this is the thing, everybody wants to compare what Brock did to what Jimmy did when he first got here, and that's not a good comparison because Jimmy was playing with house money. They weren't going to do anything that season. That's first. Then also he didn't play in any playoff games. Brock won. Brock won two. Brock won 2 playoff games. So I don't get the comparison. I think you have to start Brock Purdy. It's unfortunate for Trey. I still want Trey to succeed. And this is the thing. Trey just needs to be prepared for any eventuality because the odds are, and we've talked about this on multiple shows, the odds are is Trey's going to get a chance to play because he's only been through one season where he's gotten through an entire season with one quarterback.
Yep.
So
And barely.
the odds are is Trey's going to get a chance to play. So all the people out there saying, "Oh, well, Trey should start." Bide your time. Odds are he's going to get his shot. But I think you have to go with Brock. You can't just dismiss what he did. It's not even, to me, it's not even a question.
I'm with you. Listen, I understand we gave up what we gave up to move up
Mm-hmm.
to go get Trey. The initial thought process was Trey was going to be the future of this, and could still be, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But he was allegedly going to be the future of this franchise, lead this franchise to the promised land. They had great hopes for him. Unfortunately for him, injuries. Fortunately for me, he had a dumb coach that sat him down the first year. Second of all, he got hurt, and
Yeah.
he hasn't had a chance to kind of prove what he can do or can't do. But you get Brock Purdy. They came in and was entrusted into that Miami game and just started firing on all cylinders. Did he have some errors? And people like to throw it out to me. Well, Brock wasn't Purdy. He had some mistakes. Yes, he did. But you forget this guy's a 7th-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
They should not even make the team. Much less start. He should have no business starting this last year at all. And he came in and played better than your starting quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. He was supposed to be cut.
Yes, he was.
Everybody thought he was going to get cut at the end of preseason last year. And what happened? They decided to cut it because they said that what was everybody saying last year? They were saying that
how are they going to cut somebody they invested guarantee money to in that other quarterback?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember what his name was. I completely forgot his name.
Yeah, I was trying to do the same, but I can't think of
it. But yeah,
the one that
they
went
were
to
saying,
Philly.
"Oh, $2 million." They're not going to give up $2 million to hold on to Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes.
They're not going to do that. And that was the story last year. What happened? They got rid of the $2 million guy, and they kept Mr. Irrelevant. Thank God they did.
Yeah.
Thank God they did.
Because the other guy is strictly a backup.
Exactly. I don't think that the same thing happens with that other guy. It might have. Who knows? But I would venture to say Brock is a special case, and he may not have all the measurables that you want in a franchise quarterback, but he runs the offense. And you've got all of these weapons on the 49ers. All we need is a point guard to get him the ball.
Exactly.
That's literally all we need to do. Because Kyle's offense is built for yards after the catch. He doesn't need to be a world beater. So and hit the layup throws. That's it. That's it. So yeah, I get it. I understand the frustrations because I want to see Trey too. I'm being selfish by wanting Trey to start because I just want to see it. I just want to see it. But the
I
reality
think
is
people are more
we're
scared.
it's yeah. The
People are
reality is
scared
go
that
ahead.
he's going to go somewhere else. Not to cut you off, sorry, but people are afraid that he's going to go to another team and show up and
Yeah.
do his thing and like, oh shit, that's the guy that we let go. And look at he's balling with the Commanders.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, Pete, and I won't interrupt you, I promise. Even if he does great with the Commanders and does all this, and he's a great, he Pro Bowl quarterback. If Brock wins you a Super Bowl, does it take the sting away of losing it, Trey, to
I
another
mean,
team and him doing good?
nobody's thinking about it. I'll be honest with you. They're gonna see then at that point everybody's gonna be saying, "Oh, thank goodness we didn't roll with Trey Lance. Who knows what would have happened?" Blah 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 blah. You're gonna have your fringe people out there that are gonna say, "Oh, well, we could have been so much better. We could have won multiple Super Bowl. We could still win multiple Super Bowls. We could have won with Trey." But the reality is that you don't know. Nobody knows. And if the 49ers win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, he's a made man at that point. Don't let it be because of him too. If he makes a couple of key throws and key moments, don't let that happen. He's a made man at that point. So you can forget about anybody taking that job at that point.
Yeah, I hear you. If we win a Super Bowl with Brock, it doesn't matter. Does it still hurt that we let Trey go? Absolutely. But and it's funny, the same people that ain't gonna worry about Trey being traded if Brock wins the Super Bowl are the same ones that are gonna crucify Kyle if Brock doesn't win a Super Bowl.
Hate to interrupt you, Nate Sudfeld.
Nate Sudfeld, yeah, that's the quarterback that was guaranteed. So at the end of the day, I hope that Trey gets his opportunity. I want Trey because we know that Brock ain't going anywhere. We know he's going to be with us for a while. He was taking the center now. Trey, on the other hand, I want to see him step up in training camp. I want to see him show up in preseason. I want to see this kid make it so hard for Kyle to go to Brock. And that's the only way, honestly, is, people say, well, Kyle's stupid. Kyle's going to go with Brock. Kyle loves Brock. Yes, he does. But Kyle is not stupid. If Trey can show Kyle that has improved so much from last year, now that he has no problem with his finger, no problem and he can demonstrate that this is why they took him and moved up. I can bet you anything and hold that receipt that Kyle will not start Brock over Trey, but Trey has to convince Kyle that he can do it. If Trey has an okay training camp, or if Sam Darnold is not that, even if Trey beats out Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold is like right behind Trey, like nipping on Trey's heels, it's Brock's job.
Mm-hmm.
They want Trey to run with it. If Sam Darnold comes anywhere near Trey, Pete, they're keeping Brock. They're moving on. They're moving on for Trey. But if Trey can separate from Sam Darnold and make Sam Darnold look like trash more than people already say he is, then I can see that Trey can have his opportunity. But people are worried about Brock starting. I'm going to be honest. Trey fans, hate me if you want. But you have to worry whether Trey can beat out Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, listen, I know he threw interceptions. I know he's not a great quarterback. I understand that. But he's not also a chump either. He was taken third overall in the first round by the Jets for a reason. Now, could Kyle make his throwing ability better? Would he be better with better players around him, better cast around him? Who knows? But Trey should focus on more on Sam than Brock. If I was Trey, and try to beat out Sam because this job already belongs to Trey.
Yeah.
If anything, they're battling for what the
I don't
second
think
spot.
I don't think Trey should be focusing on beating anybody. I think that Trey needs to just focus
On himself.
on getting reps
Okay.
and getting as much and being ready for when the time comes if he gets a chance to get out there. Every chance that he gets to put tape on and get a rep and get put tape out there, he needs to be focused on fixing the issues that people have been complaining about, like the accuracy issues, the short accuracy stuff, and just being so comfortable with the offense and being comfortable in the huddle and with your team being so confident that your team is behind you regardless. That's what Trey needs. That's what Trey needs to work on, and that's what we want to see when he's out there. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking at his confidence level because last year I would say that that was something that we didn't always see. That was something that they even almost made it a stat with Jimmy Garoppolo. They talked about command of the huddle as a thing, and the only reason why they could do that is because I don't think Trey had that command of the huddle, and I think he was still learning, and he almost looked like a deer in the headlights sometimes, and that's what I'm going to be looking for because I think he has all the tools. I think he
And
has
that's
all the
what was
tools.
so impressive from Brock, bro.
Yeah,
He came
that
in and he did
and
not look like a deer in the headlights.
exactly. He came in and it was like he just hit the ground running. Even when, like in the preseason, when he first got on the team, he was aggressive and like he thought he could do something in this offense. But that's because Brock Purdy had played so much football. Like he knew what was possible in this offense, and he was confident in his ability to get people the ball.
Yep.
And that's it. And that if Trey can just focus on that with the measurables that he has, I mean, if he gets that down, I mean, he's got the talent to be unstoppable. But we've got to get there. That's all.
Yeah. And real quick, before we end the show, and it's been a little bit over an hour. Geno Smith, will he have another good year? I don't know. But under Pete Carroll, Geno Smith was trash. And he had a pretty good year last year. So
Mhm.
there is a small indication that a quarterback could play better with better cast around you and a
Yeah.
better head coach. So I'm not saying Sam Donald is the savior or the future. I'm not saying that. Far from that. But I'm just saying I don't get emotionally tied to any player. I love Christian McCaffrey. I support jerseys of different players. Yes. But at the end of the day, I wear the SF as a tattoo, not a name of a player. Why? Because I support the emblem first. Now,
Mhm.
I criticize the owner and the coaches based on what they do and they don't do, but I support the team. Now, I'm not going to sit there and trash talk about Sam Donald myself because he's part of the Niners. And if
Mhm.
he can make this team better, why not? Can he? Will he? That's a thing to be seen. But I know a lot of people. He's trash. He's garbage. He's no good. I know my little sis doesn't want to even talk about Sam Donald. He says right here, trash Donald. So what? Mayfield was the first overall pick. Both are garbage, and that's your opinion. That's fine, and you're probably right. But what happens if Sam Donald could display an
Mhm.
opportunity to be good? Would that be a bad thing? I'm not
Can
saying it's going to happen. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
Or, Niner Sickness is talking about a Hall of Fame quarterback with Sam Donald. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying is Sam Donald can show that he can win it with this organization, get us over the hump.
Yeah.
If he's able to do that, would you be mad, Pete, honestly?
No, like so. This is my thing about Sam Darnold. I'm going to make it real quick because I know that you got to get out of here. Like here's the deal about Sam Darnold. People need to pay attention to what he's saying. Every interview that this man has had, he has talked about it's a work in progress
Yes.
that he needs to
So
learn
true.
the offense. Pay attention. Like he's basically saying, I don't know if I'm ready yet to even be in the conversation because I don't really know the offense. And the This is the thing with a quarterback is we just talked about how important confidence is. If he doesn't have the I really think that Sam Darnold came to the 49ers and people are going to say, "Oh, well, like he didn't come there not to start and they paid him like whatever they paid him." But think about this. I really think that he came to the 49ers to be in a winning organization, part of a winning organization. And that's it. He wanted to learn. He came here to learn to rebuild his career because he's been in bad situation after bad situation after bad situation for his whole football, almost his whole football career for since college. Like he doesn't know what winning is or what winning like or what it takes to win. He's got to learn that. And I really think that he came here to learn how to run how to play winning football. And so that's why I don't think that he's even going to be the backup. I think that's why I think Trey can beat him out because I think that he honestly doesn't really want to be, I don't think he wants to be the starter unless he absolutely has to be. And I might be thinking too much into it, but I'm just following what he's saying and what he's saying in these interviews. And it just doesn't seem like he wants to be, he's not interested in competing with anybody. If you just listen to what he says, I just think people go a little bit overboard just because of his past and where he was picked and like all that kind of stuff. But I don't think that, I don't even think he's a threat to Trey Lance.
You know, I hear you. And he's being smart too. He doesn't want to be thrown into that conversation for the fact that if he doesn't do anything, he's not going to get caught up in that.
Yeah.
I can beat out Trey. And if he does play good, then he can say, I am where I'm at. So he's playing it safe, which is smart for him. I love my girl Melissa's reaction says, Sam is a choke artist who plays reckless. Hero ball. No mas. No bueno. No effing thank you.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel, little sis. Tell me how you feel about Sam Darnold. And then I'm going to read this and end it with this. It says, I need my Niners to beat Philly and embarrass the Chiefs.
Don't forget the Cowboys.
And a Cowboy is a must. Whenever we play the Cowboys, that has to be that's the way you dot your I's and cross your T's by beating the Cowboys. With that, it's been a great show. It's always fun to do these shows with you, Pete. I enjoy them, but it makes it funner when everybody that showed up in the comments today supports both of our channels. You guys are amazing. For everyone that stepped in here today and said hello and became part of the show. We could not do this without you guys. Thank you so much for your support to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to Pete's channel. Go watch his videos. He puts out great content. Go check out my videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And show us your support and love. We appreciate it. Until next Wednesday at 6 p.m. This is your boy Niner Sickness. That's my boy Pete. Have a wonderful week. Peace. And we're out of here.
Love y'all.
Oop, wrong button. Hold on, guys.